I'm about to shoot through. Yeah. Coming right now.
You got me feeling for you right now. Roll the gas, we can blow it, baby, right now. Drink a little, get you lit, see you hype now. Ain't talking later, shit, I really want you right now. Hit the bedroom, then we turn the lights down. Legs up, got them doing suicides now. Looking on you, got the sheets all wet now. Let's get it in, love, I'm talking about right now. Right now, it's me and you, chilling out by the pool. Living our best lives, we blowing the best fruit. Sweet is the best fruit, for starters, you make a nigga blush. We on a journey, I promise you, we ain't gotta rush. Skin soft as the best silk, I gotta touch every part of your body before I tear it up. After we flood the sheets, we gotta paddle up. It be that arch in your back that have a nigga stuck. Back shots, I'm giving you on the regular. Non-stop flights, we doing all the etc. You was so fine, I figure I gotta marry ya. Head be the best, I'm probably gon' have to calendar. Count the paper while we rolling up. Get the bread right, shit, I'm tryna live it up. Glance over just so I can see your bright smile. Let's get it in, shit, I'm talking about right now. Yeah, you got me feeling for you right now. Roll the gas, we can blow it, baby, right now. Drink a little, get you lit, see you hype now. Ain't talking later, shit, I really want you right now. Hit the bedroom, then we turn the lights down. Legs up, got them doing suicides now. Looking on you, got the sheets all wet now. Let's get it in, love, I'm talking about right now.
Right now. Put your boy shit soon as she leave the house. Still looking for the score like a kill count. Full of different shit, hope you all into this. Sick, heavy, twisted, all bitten shit. Yeah, going hard, none of that timid shit. Last time she said harder, I did it. Talking right down, pipe down, lights down. Love see you squeeze the sheets, pull a bite down. Ain't it nice how when you lie down, put your legs up from the side down. Put you on top, help you drive down. Love how you saddled it, watch you climb down. Now I'm in deep, watch you clutch sheets. Love when you exhale like a spreadsheet. You wanna take some good notes, probably write it down. She wants some narcissists right now.
You got me feeling for you right now. Roll the gas, we can blow it, baby, right now. Drink a little, get you lit, see you hype now. Ain't talking later, shit, I really want you right now. Hit the bedroom, then we turn the lights down. Legs up, got them doing suicides now. Looking on you, got the sheets all wet now. Let's get it in, love, I'm talking about right now.
PK, pick a pussy, probably wetter than Pacific. Twisted like a ghetto bird, tryna say Pacific. Black excellence, Bruce, see right how I kick it. If I ask, scratch some other seeds, best believe she with it. This is King Talk, tell them niggas catch her. Outfield niggas just say I don't rest up. Bless her, babe says she want tequila liquor. Now we extra ingredients to liquor. At the party scene, dope headed home on the E-way. Connect us in HS. Express how the scene play, getting top down on the E-way with the top down. King getting rolled while he drove, now we hot now. Home plate mode, I ain't even hit the driveway. Word to Usher, King always did it my way. Said I owed a dick, so I got some debts to pay. She will role play right now, just press play.
You got me feeling for you right now. Roll the gas, we can blow it, baby, right now. Drink a little, get you lit, see you hype now. Ain't talking later, shit, I really want you right now. Hit the bedroom, then we turn the lights down. Legs up, got them doing suicides now. Looking on you, got the sheets all wet now. Let's get it in, love, I'm talking about right now.
Yeah. What up? You already know what it is, man. It's your brother, Virgil Berry, aka Stacks with the Facts. And we here on this Thursday night, ladies' night. You dig? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share the social media. I'm talking about, tapping in on Facebook. TikTok. I don't like TikTok, man. TikTok is terrible, man. It really is, man. I don't like TikTok, man. I see TikTok being something different here in the next couple of years, man. I talked to y'all about the metaverse, right? That's another topic for another day. But what's good with everybody? How y'all doing? The Most High blessed us and breathed the breath of life into us once again. And we here. It's a beautiful thing, man. We already got the victory and the glory. What's good with everybody? All right. How y'all doing? How your mama doing? Yeah, man. It's Thursday night, ladies' night. Time to get it right. You dig? Let's get to it. How everybody doing tonight, man? What's going on with y'all, man? How you feeling? Once again, Dr. Lyin Bryant is in the news. You know we're going to talk about it, man. We got to talk about it. 92 Dolo, what's happening, man? You already know, man, from that old Texas, man. I'm going to get out to that Texas this summer, man. Me and my daughter, we're going to Austin. You did? Yeah, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. Do a little bit of traveling this summer, man. We're going to go to Cali. We're going to go to Florida and goddamn Texas. You did? Yeah, man. That's how we're going to get it popping this summer. What's good with everybody, though, man? You already know y'all tapped in and tuned in with your brother and your brother, and we're going to have this discussion tonight. It's ladies' night, so we got to talk about it, right? Perfect discussion for ladies' night. First of all the ladies out there tapping in, how y'all doing? Sitting up there in the clouds like angels. You know? Yeah, we're going to go to Austin, man. My daughter want to go to Black's Barbecue. Yeah, I've been to Six Flags in Georgia. It's been a minute since I've been to Six Flags in Georgia, but I've been there before, and I was a young mustache. Yeah, in Florida, I'm going to Orlando. You know what I'm saying? My brother out there in Orlando, he got things popping out there for himself, man. He want me to come out there and have a good time one time. You need. But yeah, though, it's ladies' night, man. Y'all know we're going to get straight to it, man. We're talking about Dr. Lyin Bryant. Let me pull it up on the screen for y'all real quick, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering. Now, I know y'all done sit up here and heard about this, man. And this broad right here, she just, you know, she can't stay out the goddamn news, man. She can't stay out the goddamn news, man. You did. She can't stay out the news, man. Yeah. Yeah, if my daughter want to go to the beach, we'll go slide past Daytona or something. But yeah, me and my young lady, man, we doing some traveling this summer. She said she want to go to Texas and she want to go to Florida. Not Florida, but she want to go to Texas and she want to go to DC. Oh, I forgot DC too. Yeah. So Texas, Florida, DC, and Cali. All right. That's the summer trips this summer. You feel me? Yeah, man. You did. It's a beautiful thing. But once again, we got Dr. Lyin Bryant in the news. Right? Now, you good, 92 Dolo, man. You in the comment section, man. Tap in, man. You know what I'm talking about. You heard about this right here, 92 Dolo? You heard about Dr. Lyin Bryant in the news again? We heard Lyin. We just stood up there and told y'all about this chick right here, man. And this is exactly, man, rest in the essence to Kev, man. Rest in the essence to Kevin Samuels, man. Kevin was, man, rest in the essence to Kev, man. Right? And he used to talk about, you know, these girls coming there and talk about they doctors and physicians and all this stuff, man, with degrees from Phoenix University, unaccredited, non-accredited online university. You will be better off going to the local community college in your city than going to somewhere like Phoenix University, University, whatever it's called. This shit bragging about her credentials like it mean like she went to Harvard or Yale or Princeton or Brown or something like that, man. Like she went to Vanderbilt or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like she went to Wharton or something like that. Girl, you know, knock it off, man. I know, man. Rest in the efforts to Kev, man. You feel me? 92 dollars. You know I heard about her little scamming ass. And this is what Kev used to be talking about and what we always, us real ones, been talking about. And it's only right that we keep on talking about it, right? I'm talking about this chick right here, man. And like I say, man, when it comes to stuff like this, man, this is what brethren be talking about when we talking about no accountability. And I would encourage y'all women, man, specifically y'all black women, I would encourage y'all to really, really take a look at yourselves as a collective. And be honest, which I know can be a very difficult thing when it really shouldn't be, right? When it's so easy to prove. But Kev was right on a lot of stuff he was saying, man. And y'all will go down on a burning ship with each other, man. Right? This is crazy. Right now, I done talked to some real, actual grown women. This is why I be saying females and women, because there is a difference. All of that, I'm talking, man, shut up, man. It's a difference. All women are females, but not all females are women. Just like all men are males, but not all males are men. Right? And that's a fact. Right? That's a fact. And whether you like it or not is irrelevant. Right? And that's why I make a difference. That's why I make a differentiation between the two. I do the same thing with men and males. Right? And this female right here, oh my God, man, it's like a blind leading the blind, right? And Kev, lots of Cheyenne Bryant ass chicks used to come on Kev's show a lot, right? And you just see how so easy it is when you are ganged up, you understand me, critical thinking, masculine, manly man, right? It's just so easy to see through this bull. It's so easy to see through it, right? And the worst part about it is that y'all chicks will defend this stuff, man. Y'all will defend Cheyenne Bryant with her lying, scamming ass. And I say more power to her. If y'all gonna be goofy and listen to her, go ahead, all right? Do your thing. We all have the freedom to do as we will, right? Right? And that's a fact we do. So y'all go ahead and keep listening to goofy ass broads perping like they smart, perping like they licensed and certified and educated. Man, listen here, man. Phoenix University, my ass, man. I don't care if you went to Harvard. God damn it. College don't make you smart, right? College education is actually indoctrination. And that's for males and females, men and women, right? College is indoctrination. You can look at it however you want to look at it. Get offended by what I said, I don't care. It's indoctrination. When you get your degree, the very structure of collegiate higher education is based off of Masonic structure and hierarchy. Now, I wonder how many of y'all went to college know that, or in college right now knows that. right? And when you go to college, you're going to get a degree, as in degree of initiation, right? When you're going from freshman to sophomore to junior to senior to graduate, then you go on to begin your PhD or doctorate or whatever it is you want to pursue, right? You got to go through the degrees of initiation. And when you get your degree in each level completed of initiation, what is your degree? I'm going to break it down to its simplest form for y'all. When you get your degree from college, all it is a certification piece of paper telling you, right? Or should I say, let me back that up. It's a piece of paper that lets the system know, right, that you are certified to tell it what it has told you to tell it. I'll repeat that. Your degree and whatever you have a degree in is certification of your indoctrination of whatever school of thought, whatever subject, whatever, whatever you pursue, whatever degree you pursue, whether it be in psychology, business, engineering, whatever. All it is certification to let the system know that you're certified to tell it what it has told you to tell it and to others. In a nutshell, right? So when you go to these non-accredited online universities like Phoenix and many others out there, plethora of them out there, you know, what's the point of getting a degree from a non-accredited university, right? It's kind of like going online and getting ordained to be a minister. Anybody can do that. That don't mean he got a relationship or she got a relationship with the Most High. That don't mean the Most High has blessed them with the sight, the gift of the sight to be able to see so they can preach and teach. The Most High ain't ever told you nothing about going to seminary school. And it ain't even Sunday. I'm going to talk to my sis Darman. We're going to get that show popping for Sunday, man. We need to talk about that, right? But back to Dr. Lyin Shine Bryant, or should I say non-Dr. Lyin Shine Bryant. And it's easy to see to anybody who's gamed up enough to see it that this chick is a fraud. She's a fraud. Right? She's a fraud. She's a fraud. We got Shar and T tapping in on Facebook. What's good with y'all loved ones? She's a fraud. Now, if I'm not mistaken, T is a licensed and certified mental health professional, physician, maybe, I don't know, right? I could be wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong, T, right? And this girl sitting up here just, man, listen. When it comes to chicks online, I would strongly suggest that if you have a modicum of intelligence, to not listen to most of them as a female woman, right? Because most of them, not only do they not know what they're talking about, they perking like they professionals and they're not. Yeah, so yeah, my people's TT, you gotta come on the show, man. I know you gotta come on the show, loved one. We gotta get that thing popping, man. You feel me? So instead of talking about this non-licensed, non-certified Lyin scamming brawl, we can have a conversation with an actual licensed, certified professional black woman, beautiful black woman from my hometown of Columbus, Ohio. We can chop it up about some real shit from a real professional life coach. You done reached the sad point of your life if you need a life coach. We got Deja Marie, we got Tasha Lala Curry tapping in. Yeah, I'm talking to you, T, man. You gotta come on the show, loved one. Supposed to be and come on the show. But you know, I understand people got schedules and stuff they do and jobs and careers and all that. But yeah, though, man, instead of talking about a Lyin scamming, non-licensed, non-certified, Lyin ass, don't know what she talking about, so-called professional, I would rather chop it up with an actual professional. Now, I would, this is what you do, T, right? If you want to tap in, and I'm going to drop the link here in a minute. Go to YouTube, tap in on YouTube, and come in the comment section on YouTube. And when it's time for me to drop the link, I'll drop the link. And all y'all ladies, if y'all want to come up and speak on this, y'all most absolutely are more than welcome to come speak on this. Tara, what's up with you, baby? Yeah. Hopefully one day soon. Because I'm pretty sure my audience would rather talk to an actual professional than hear me talk about a non-actual professional. You know? Put a number 11 in the chat, y'all, if y'all would love to for a beautiful black sister who is actually a mental health professional, licensed and certified, come and speak on such things. Put a number 11 in the chat if y'all would like to see that. Y'all know I used to do hella interviews. I'm about to start having the interviews again, right? Non-Dr. Lyin Cheyenne Bryant, right? You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is go to YouTube right now. I got the link in the description. Go to YouTube, type my name in. My stuff will pop up. Subscribe to the page. You can come into the live chat right now. And I say in about another 30 minutes, I'll drop the link. And y'all ladies and brothers can come on up here and speak on this if y'all shall so choose. Dan Patrick, what's happening, man? Right? T said, who even is that? See, T is so much of a professional, she ain't tapped in on the goings on of what's going on in the YouTube streets. So she don't even know about old Dr. Lyin Cheyenne Bryant. Clearly she didn't watch House Basketball Wives or whatever the hell damn show she was on, Housewives, whatever she was on. Right? Now, she done sit up here and been on Cam Newton's show. She done sit up there, been on Shannon Sharp's show. She been on my homeboy Corey, I can't remember his name, show. And now she done came on this last little show she was on. You know what I'm saying? Talking about this crazy stuff right here, man. My man Dan Patrick say, he said 11, the Cheyenne Lily Liquor Brian is out of the not the Lily Liquor. Hey, that's funny. I ain't never heard that one before. That's funny, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share your social engineering, man. Oh my God, man. Yeah, man. And it's right that people like this get exposed, man. It's only right. You hear me? Because listen here, y'all, man. You know how egregious it is for a person to sit up there and say that the reason they not being licensed no more, or being certified in what they need to be certified in order to legally, lawfully practice as a doctor, physician, therapist, right? You know how egregious it is for them to say that they're not going to get their license so they don't have to be bound by the ethics of the DSM, the APA, HIPAA, you know how crazy that is to hear somebody say that? Right. My girl T tapped in. That's what's up. Y'all need to come over here on YouTube too, man. I rock with Facebook, but YouTube is where it's at, because on YouTube you can actually tap in. You did. My man Yellow D in the building. What's happening? Yeah, this is her, Yellow D, cuz, man. This silly ass broad, man. Lying ass broad, man. Right? And I'm the videos I'm about to play is from chicks. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to my girl Dee, man. I like Dee's content too, man. I would actually not mind if my daughter listened to Dee's content either, right? Dee's reaction, she's a female content creator. She do her thing, I'm talking about. And she actually does a pretty decent job. I got to say that. Any chick that calls herself a content creator and she got mostly women tapping in with her, you know what I'm saying? And she ain't talking about no stupid ass shit, right? Yeah, she was on, she on the doctor show? I don't know about her being on no doctor show, T. I don't know about that. Was she ever on a doctor show, y'all? Y'all let me know. Because I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know about that. If she was ever on a doctor show. All right. Yellow D said, like Dr. Phil. Right. Shout out to Dee, man.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl D. Welcome back to the channel. So I'm back with another reaction video for you guys. Listen, before we hop into the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you like the content. Share and like the video and hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. Make sure you guys are hyping up the video as well. And don't forget to support the channel via Super Thanks or Cash App, you guys. That definitely helps to grow and make the channel better. So Cheyenne Bryant, you guys, so-called Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is all over social media, you guys. Listen, I wanted to talk about this video or talk about this the minute I heard it, but you guys know I've been under the weather. So I wanted to come up here and just give my 2 cents on this whole Dr. Cheyenne Bryant situation. So she's been exposed once again. This is not the first time, but she's been exposed for not having a license. Well, she exposed herself, honestly. And this is...
Well, I don't know, T. I ain't hit. I ain't hit to a doctor reality show. Maybe she was. I ain't hip to that. Let's go, though. Shout out to Dee, y'all. Y'all go tap in with Dee, y'all.
It's not new information, but people are talking about it. You have women on here crashing out, trying to defend her stance. You have real therapists coming out speaking, which we're going to get to in a second. Talking about
real therapists now.
This whole situation and why this is an issue when it comes to people who are lying about their doctor degrees and all of this, why this is a problem. But you have Black women who are defending this because they hate to accept the truth for the people that they idolize. And this goes back to any person that
hate to hear the truth about people they idolize. Yeah, definitely send a prayer for real, 92 Dolo. You ain't never lied about that, man. You ain't never lied about that, brother. Prayers to y'all. Listen, man. Listen here, man. And to think us men who we supposed to be the leaders of the community, right? To think that we could ever be called sassy or any type of negative anything for critiquing this and speaking on this, right? Also offering correction, but being told we sassy or we worried about We worry about what women do and all that type crazy stuff. Monique Robinson, what's up with you, loved one? He said, Dr. Monique Robinson, she said, Dr. Phil lied too. What's new? Right? But this is an issue that we have to address in our community, man. We have to address this, man. Can you send me pics? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. All right. I guess if you got like a, I guess if you got a link for the picture, you could send it. I think. I'm not for sure though. I don't think so more than I do. But nah, though, man, to think that we supposed to be the leaders of the community, right? And we supposed to call out and lead and guide, protect, correct, right? You know what I'm saying? And what I noticed, especially in these online spaces, is what I noticed is that, you know what I'm saying? I see a lot of and hear a lot of chicks talking about some be the leaders, be the leader. You're supposed to be the leaders of the community. But when brothers sit up here and perform the task, the duty and the role of leading and guiding, it gets rejected. Right? So what's the point? Right? Oh, okay then. Y'all see that? T says she gonna send me a picture of her license, right? A woman that's actually licensed to practice. You hear me? Crazy, man. Crazy. Right? So to think that we will be called sassy, gay, controlling, what else? Abusive, whatever a chick could think to say. Right? You know, and when the brother offers some correction, it gets rejection. Right? So how then do most of y'all expect protection? I don't know too many men that's going to protect women they can't correct. And if you think you don't need correction, that's another issue right there. We all need a little bit of straightening, right? And ain't nothing more straightening than straightening. You hear me? But let's go with holler at Didi. Let's go.
That social media makes famous, or any celebrities, when you like these people and you're partial to them, they can do no wrong in your eyes. But let somebody else do that you don't like, then you're going to call them out. Listen, I've heard Tasha K speak on this lady and say that this lady was not licensed. I've heard Corey Holcomb, which we're going to play. Corey Holcomb has been very adamant about saying this lady does not have a license, but people choose to push back and not want to hear what they have to say because you want to believe a certain narrative as opposed to believing the truth. Cheyenne?
It's wonderful. Listen here, shout out to Didi for even saying that. Rather listen to and adhere and believe and accept a narrative than the actual truth. Right? And stuff like this just puts on display, personifies in real time the level of indoctrination most of y'all black women have been subject to. And how much of it y'all have actually downloaded and taken on and manifested, as y'all say nowadays, in your life. Right? I just think that's just very interesting, man. Very interesting. You know, the truth is a bitter pill, as the saying goes. And us being the leaders of the community, right? Us men, I mean, right? Since we're like the most rational, right? It probably would be best if y'all listen to us. But due to the indoctrination, the very high levels of it, who gonna check you, boo? When you say who gonna check me, that's like saying who gonna correct me, right? And according to what, or pertaining to what Dee Dee just said, and this is very, very dangerous too. This is very sad and yet very dangerous. Most of y'all chicks will not listen to correction even when it would be in your best interest to do so. And a lot of y'all presiding over children by yourselves. That's very dangerous. That makes for a very dangerous environment for especially a young boy to grow up in. I just want y'all to think about that, man. Let's go. Salute to my little sis Dee Dee. You did.
And Brian is that she's no longer licensed, and people are trying to do think pieces to figure out, oh, she doesn't no longer want to be licensed, when there are real licensed therapists who are saying there's no such thing, and they're still looking into why they can't pull up her license. Even if she decides not to practice or do it, her license would still be there. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the video. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this one, so let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go.
Cheyenne Bryant, and he needs credit because he saw how she basically pasted something someone in her family did and put it on her bio. I think someone in her family was an actual doctor or something like that. A man. Anyway, we're going to get this brother name and give him his credit because he did extensive research on her. And everybody who did extensive research shows this. Because, like, if you ask the lady flat out, because a lot of people don't know how to talk to her, I'll be like, are you a licensed doctor? I want to see you slither out of that. Not with me, because I'm not regular. When you're talking to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not listening to you. I'm watching you. You're not a registered doctor. It's been, everybody looked it up. A lot of people looked it up. You see this? This who you are. You a bust down. People, Tabernacle Theater sold out.
Right.
My nigga Corey said, bust down.
I want to see you try to sell it out with that nonsense.
Put a number 11 in the chat if you think Cheyenne Bryant is a bust down. Put a number 11 in the chat if you think Dr. Lyin Cheyenne Bryant is a bust down. You good, T, man. You good, man. Monique Robinson said correction is love. It definitely is. It most definitely is. Right? You need smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page. Let's go.
You be selling with that Emmett Smith
What is the beef? What is it all
the
about?
beef, she mad because I busted out. She not a doctor. So that makes her mad because this is part of her hustle. I'm a doctor. No, you're not a doctor. Don't go around saying you're a doctor in front of me, because everybody who lie around me, we fall out. We fall out. Everybody who lie around me, I try to be quiet, but it just come out.
So
you're
how
lying.
How you know she's not a doctor? She isn't.
It's very easy to find out if somebody is a doctor. You ask them where are you licensed out of, and then you just look up, because if she's.
It is very easy because
about it's terribly easy, y'all. That is public information. Y'all didn't know? Much like if y'all wanted to find out somebody's criminal record, that is very public information. All you have to know is the county within which they committed their crimes and was convicted of. Like, for instance, myself. if y'all wanted to find out what I went to the joint for, I mean, you could just simply ask me and I would tell you. But if you wanted to get the official paperwork on it, you don't need the case number, or you need the case number if you wanted to get like my motion of discovery and all that type of stuff. But if you just have my name, you can go to Franklin County Sheriff's Department and my entire criminal history will pop up. That's very public information. Anything I've ever been arrested for, convictions. But if you wanted to get the affidavits in my case, if you wanted to get goddamn motions of discovery, motion to suppress, all of that stuff, you would have to know the court case number, right? Which if you hire a lawyer, they can find that out for you, right? Or you could just ask me, right? Nothing but drugs and guns. I'm not ashamed of the crimes I've committed and been convicted for. Drugs and guns. I used to sell dope and carry guns because, you know, that's the type of life I was living. Right? But if somebody is a doctor and they're licensed and they're certified and all of that, insured and bonded and all of that, that's very public information that you can easily access. And just like T did in my DM on Facebook, if she was a licensed professional, she would show her ID, showing that she is who she says she is. Right? I ain't gonna show y'all T's thing, but it says that. She's a direct support professional, right? She works with kids and adults in the area of mental health, and I forget what else T says it is too. I know it's just more than just mental health though. Disability mental health. She's licensed through the Department of Developmental Disabilities, the state license in Med-Cert and CPR too. So, you know, shout out to my girl T, man. And she has felonies. She been to the joint. When you was in Marysville, T, you was up in that old Marysville, or you was up in DCI or Cleveland, up there in Cuyahoga, right? Damn, Patrick said the only crime I committed was stealing some books from my school library. Oh, this nigga damn Patrick is wild, man. That's what's up, man. Certified, man. Unlike Dr. Lyin, Cheyenne, Brian. Let's go.
That is public information, but a lot of people don't do it. You would think that would be the first thing that people would go do just to see, you know, if she's legit, you know, or whoever the person is.
Now,
it's like
one of y'all chicks, I bet, who follow Dr. Lyin, Cheyenne, non-Dr. Lyin, Cheyenne, Brian, I guarantee none of y'all with y'all police ass, doxing ass, finding out if a guy done sit up here and got sexual assault or whatever on his criminal past, ain't none of y'all look this broad up to see if she was licensed and certified to be talking like she a doctor. You know it's down there illegal almost to say that you're a physician and stuff like that, and you're actually not publicly on public platforms. That's damn near illegal. Maybe in some states it is. Let's go.
when you go, you know, if you want to, you know, a lot of these women get BBLs. Do y'all research the doctors? Because I mean, goddamn. So I mean, if you going to get that cosmetic surgery or whatever, don't y'all go? I would like to think you would research the doctor before.
Man, due to the plethora of botched BBLs out here in the streets today of America, I would say no. I would say no. Because y'all, man, a lot of y'all girls, them BBLs is terrible, man. I'm telling you, it's way more boxed BBLs than it is BBLs that so good that you don't even know it's a BBL. You got a BBL. BBLs look natural. Everybody want to have a big old booty, big old spanking looking booty. One thing we like about natural booties, even when they big, they don't look like they stink. You did. Y'all notice that though? Y'all notice that when a girl got a natural, nice ass, big old ass, it look good. It don't look like it's thing. All girls with them BBL booties, they look like they stink. Put a number 11 in the chat if you agree with that. Don't the girls with big natural booties, don't they look like they just look good? You know, they look nice. But when a girl got that old BBL, it just looked like it smelled, got that BBL smell. Y'all remember the BBL smell? Not the BBL smell. The BBL smell is wild, John. Let's go.
You put your life in somebody's hands that you know nothing about. Y'all will go research that, but you don't research people that you're giving your money to, or research to make sure that these people are legit, that you're getting help from. She's saying she's a licensed, she was, I guess, claiming she was a licensed therapist, but now she's talking about, oh, she's not licensed anymore or whatever. It's just insanity, y'all. Baby, I'm glad it's all coming out again, you know, because the information has been out there, but people don't choose to go and get it for whatever reason. Let's continue.
He's a doctor. You're going to see the license.
Just to educate some folks a little bit, a license is really only needed so you can bill insurance.
Hey friends, I didn't come here today to be a hater, to be disrespectful, or any of those things. I'm here today to address this. This is called misinformation.
You got misinformation, then you have disinformation. All right? And shout out to all the licensed, certified T professionals and all the other girls I see online. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to all of y'all who are making y'all's videos. I'm talking about black women working in this field who done went to college and they're licensed and they're certified professionals working in the field actively every day, right? And shout out to y'all for coming out and shooting this broad down. No one should be going to her for any type of advice on anything, ever. And it's crazy how many of y'all chicks just is like defending this, bro. It's wild. It is a prime example of what we be talking about. And it also shows, like I said, the level of the indoctrination that y'all have willingly accepted and downloaded upon thy psyche. It's crazy, right? Yeah, salute to all the FBA women doing it the right way, T. Right? We got T doing it the right way. We got all these beautiful sisters coming online, just straight shutting her down and telling y'all nobody should be going to her for any type of advice ever. But it's just sad how many chicks is just like defending this broad. Like, so what? She ain't got no license. So what? She ain't got no license. Just think how crazy it is, right? And if you're a critical thinking person like myself, I hear things in simplicity. I hear things that are being made to be like they're difficult or complex, right? And they're really not. Really simple, right? When I heard her talking, this is what I heard. I heard her say, I don't choose to do whatever I need to do to maintain a license because I don't want to be held liable or accountable if I give somebody some advice or tell them what's wrong with them, basically prescribe, diagnose, and then they go off and do something like blow their brains out or go shoot up a school or go jump off of a bridge or go shoot their job up. I won't be held liable for that because I'm not licensed and I'm not certified and I didn't give them any real medical advice. That's what I heard. Like, and this is what we talking about when it comes to that accountability. No accountability. I want to be able to make money off of giving people advice that they should probably go into a licensed, certified professional to get, but for a fraction of the price. Or if they don't have the insurance that can pay for it, they can just pay me out of pocket. That's like going to get a BBL in the hotel room. That's equivalent to going to get a BBL in the hotel room in goddamn it, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Man, y'all girls are stupid, man. I'm just go ahead and say it, man. And I am a guy who has no problem with saying that. I don't give a damn how anybody feel about it. Because if it don't apply to you, then it should fly away from you. You dig? What you say then, Patrick? Oh, y'all seen it now. Yeah, you keep the BBLs, man. We ain't never asked for that joint, man. I remember I was in a county jail, and I got the Straight Stunting magazine. Wrestling Essence to my brother, you know what I'm saying, the drama king, DJ K. Slay. You know what I'm saying? I was getting the Straight Stunting magazine, and I just remember all the girls in the magazine. I'm just looking, and I'm just saying to myself, I'm like, how do these girls got these big, huge asses? Like, something got to be going on, man. And as I'm inquiring from in jail, I'm like, oh, BBLs. Oh, y'all going to hotel rooms and getting fix-a-flat pumped in your butt. It's funny, but it's not. You hear me? It's funny, but it's not. You know? And I'm like, oh, because ain't no way no chick is 5'2", 130 pounds with a 46-inch. No, that's not natural. It's not natural. Not unless you fat. Not 120 pounds, though. I gotta say, man, I'm gonna just move past this, right? Any chick who would go under the knife to get a fatter, big ass so you can get attention, specifically from men, I would obviously have to say that there was something wrong with you up here. You need to go get some help. You need to go to some therapy. You need some psychological help ASAP. And this is how y'all know the medical field, industry, pharmacia, don't give a damn about y'all either, because they sit up there knowing something must be wrong with you psychologically, mentally, but they'll sit up there and take your money you got so you can sit up there and get fat transfer from here to there, or however y'all do it, just to have a bigger ass. When if you just got in the gym and ate right and worked out, you would have a natural fat ass. And it'll look good. It won't look like it stink either. You know? It won't look like it stink. Your natural, nice. Y'all notice all the girls who work out and have natural bodies, their bodies look good. They look like they smell good. Even when they're in the gym getting it in, sweating, it's just a difference. And I see the girls at the gym with the BBLs, and I see the girl at the gym with the naturals. And trust me, natural is always the best way to go. Because when it's fake, it looks fake. And most things that's fake stink. Think about it, man. You get some fake jewelry. It's going to turn your neck green. Stinks. Right? You put the fake earrings in your ear, you take it out, rub your ear, shit smell like motherfucking feet and ass. Right? You put some, well, you do that with real girls, your breath still stink if you don't keep your shit fresh, so I can't use that one. But y'all catch my drift though, right? All things that's fake tend to stink. You know? Let's go, man. Smash that live up. I'm about to drop the link here in a minute, man. I want to see if y'all want to come up and speak on this, man.
Having a license is not only for billing purposes. A license is saying that you have done the necessary things that you need to do to be able to practice in that state, town, jurisdiction. It is for regulations, and it's all for safety. particular if you're in the field of medicine, patient safety. I'm Dr. King. I am an OBGYN for over 20 years. I'm board certified, and I have a license to practice medicine in Maryland and in DC. Both of those two jurisdictions said by a license that I can do the work that I need to do in those particular places. I can't go to Michigan right now and practice medicine because I'm not licensed to do that. That's what that means. And when it comes to our mental health, we cannot play around. We have given this particular person a platform. She's on podcasts. She's making money. Joe Budden is co-signing. She's talking to Cam. So it's all great. But what the problem is that we're feeding the wrong information to our community.
Right. And I think this is a missed opportunity for real licensed therapists, people who will actually do the work to get the publicity.
Right.
You know, this is crazy. It's like today's society is all about, being cute or being, saying the right things. And people hype up the wrong folks when there are clearly licensed doctors out here who can give more insight and really show their work and what they're doing. We should be promoting the people who actually do the work, who actually are licensed to do this work, and are actually helping people.
That's a fact. Shout out to my girl T from my city, Columbus, Ohio, licensed and professional, man, licensed and certified. You feel me? And she been in the joint. So don't let nobody help give you no excuses of what possibly could deter them from being able to practice in the manner that they need to be most helpful, right, to the public with the services that they can provide us in said fields, right? Let's go.
Or doing whatever it is they do in their field, we should be hyping those folks up. Instead, the people who are lying and perpetrating a fraud are the ones who get all of the shine and get the push. And the people who are out here actually who have studied and actually gone through the process to do it, they don't get as much shine. And I think that's unfortunate. It really is. It's unfortunate. But this is how society operates. The people who are lying, they get the most shine. The people who are scamming folks get the most money. The people who are actually doing stuff to help folks, they don't get no support. They don't get no donations. They don't get nothing. They're literally putting in their blood, sweat, and tears to actually help the community, help young boys, help young women, help people. They don't get to shine because somebody else gets an idea and learn how to scam the system and scam the people, and they get pushed to the forefront. I think that's a problem that has to change, honestly. Let's continue.
And that's why I'm here today. Also, I have a personal story. My youngest child had a mental health evaluation from a fraudulent mental health professional who is currently serving jail time because she was not licensed to practice mental health therapy. So it's a thing. And the fact that this happened under my watch, my child, that's a different story for a different time. So I'm here to just jump on this to tell.
Hey man, shout out to this sister right here for keeping it 100 and doing something that you don't see a lot of specifically Black women do, right? And that's hold herself freaking accountable. Shout out to this sister right here, man. Right? Shout out to her. Most chicks won't keep it 100 like that. Right? So, and this is why we need to have this conversation and this discussion, and we need to put Dr. Lyin, non-Dr. Lyin, Shine Brown on blast because, like I said, somebody who doesn't want to be or doesn't feel they need to be licensed and certified, but still want to perk like they got the credentials and the title of being a so-called physician, therapist, doctor, whatever, try to under the guise of being a life coach, but don't want to be held liable if somebody go blow their brains out behind what you told them. That's very egregious, man. And that don't sit right with me, man. Whether this is a broad doing this or a dude doing this, That don't sit right with me, man. That's dangerous. That is a danger in our community, man. Right? I don't call myself no doctor. I don't call myself no professional anything because I'm not licensed in anything. Right? I don't be out here. No, I wouldn't dare do that. When it comes to things of a medical situation, I will always tell you, you better go to the doctor. You better go see somebody about that. I tell you, I'll go to therapy. Right? I'll go as far as like being a person who you could confide in and talk to and vent to. Right? But I'm not a doctor. I know that's right, Monique, man. Monique said, I don't listen to none of these women. At the end of the day, men with a capital M have all my equipment. I know that's right. Right? Shout out to Monique for saying that because that's some real ish right there. Right? That ain't no glazing, as y'all say. That's not no pick, nah. That's just real ish. Right? But if you are going to listen to a woman in a certain arena, it would probably behoove you for her to have her licensures and her certs. I'm just saying. You know, just think about that, dog. Think about a chick saying, you know, I'm not licensed, but I'm still going to practice. That's crazy. Right? But I mean, like I said, y'all chicks that go to goddamn Dominican Republic and have a non-licensed doctor cut and sew on y'all for a new ass, risking your whole life to the point to where the whole goddamn terminal at goddamn an airport in Atlanta is nothing but chicks in wheelchairs because they coming back from DR getting BBLs. That was so embarrassing when that happened, man. I was embarrassed as a black man. I'm gonna keep real with you. I was embarrassed on the inside as a black man. Like, God damn, man. Not the terminal was flooded with chicks in wheelchairs from coming from the DR getting BBLs. That's wild, man. That is crazy, man. Oh, my God, man. No more BBLs. I'm going to do a show on that, man. Y'all got to relax with these BBLs, man. To think, right? And I'm going to say this and I'll move on, though, right? Think about this, though, y'all. And I'm going to cam up for this because this is crazy. Right? To think, y'all, right? Black women. To think, right? Black women. The literal global standard for booty. When it comes to ass, nice, voluptuous, nice butts, black women are known globally for that. Specifically American black women, right? Now, think that y'all have been reduced to getting surgery, cosmetic surgery to enhance your derriere. When y'all are the global poster child, if you would, for having, you know what I'm saying, having nice butts. That's crazy. It's quite the conundrum, if I do say so myself. Right? I just, you know, that's just some things like that. I just be thinking about stuff like that. That's, you know, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of interesting, man. You know, let's go.
Tell you, it's not okay.
It's not.
You need a license to do the work that you need to do. You shouldn't be driving a car without a license. You shouldn't be flying a plane without a license. And you should not be trying to treat mental health without a license. Again, I'm Dr. King, 20 years, OBGYN. Thank you.
I'm trying to figure out when Dr. Cheyenne Bryan became licensed. She's really giving harmful information. Listen to this.
No longer practice under a license. Right now I'm in private practice, I'm saying. And that's what people don't understand, right? So just to educate some folks a little bit.
Hello, my name is Dr. Rekha Martin. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, professor of sciences, and podcast host who specializes in Black health and well-being. And I want to break down a clip from the Joe Budden podcast featuring someone who presents herself as Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. But before we dive in, I want to make something incredibly clear. Having a doctorate does not mean someone is a licensed mental health professional. You can have a doctorate in literature and be unlicensed, and you are still a doctor. You can have a doctorate in education and hold an LPC, being a licensed professional counselor, and you are a licensed mental health professional, and you are still a doctor, but your doctorate is not in psychology. When evaluating anyone's credentials, it's really critical to look at two things: what their doctorate is actually in, and whether they hold a relevant clinical license.
I mean, she's absolutely right. This should be common sense also, too, that there are many different types of doctors. When you're looking for a cardiologist, you go look for cardiologist. You don't just say, give me a doctor, just doctor in the front of the name. No, you look for a cardiologist. If you're looking for a podiatrist, or you're looking for a skin doctor, there are different types of doctors. So anybody could put doctor in front of their name. It doesn't mean that they are they have the license in what they're telling you. And then many are saying that she has an honorary doctorate, which a lot of celebrities have. But they have not gone through a bit of school, no training, don't have a license, any of that. They have never studied in any field, but they have honorary doctrines, and that's what they're saying that she has. There's no proof of her having a license or any of it. Many people are saying that the school she's supposed to have attended, it was unaccredited, so that means she's not accredited for anything that she did at that school. Or did she finish? She doesn't have the credentials. That's what they're saying, child. And I think a lot of the platforms that she goes on to, I think those people need to be held accountable too, because y'all are not calling.
I was just about to say, hey man, now I didn't look at DD's video before I saw this. Right, I just rock with DD's content. Right, yeah, man, I'm 100%.
She finished? She doesn't have the credentials. That's what they're saying, child. And I think a lot of the platforms that she goes on to, I think those people need to be held accountable too.
Cam Newton, Shay, Shannon Sharp, Nick Cannon, all y'all goofy ass dudes. Y'all my brothers, but y'all some cornballs, man. How this girl sit up there and all y'all girls sitting there. Yeah, she cooked him. She told them. She got them together. What's y'all be saying? She read them. Oh, no, she didn't. Lots of y'all chicks is goofy for real, man. For real, man. That shit's sad how many of y'all is just dumb and stupid like this, man. So-called educated. That's why I say, this is why I don't encourage. Listen here. I do not encourage my daughter to go to college. Luckily for my daughter, she's a very artistic and creative young lady, and she's going to do some beautiful things in the future. My daughter is going to be a future architect of this metaverse I'll be talking to y'all about. And if I got anything to do with it, she going to be getting that bread and doing something with that shit. You hear me? Anyway, just because a lot of y'all, like I said, college, I don't encourage Jen to go to college, man. She wants to go to school for what she going to school for, though. And I encourage her for that. But, if my daughter wasn't enthused to go to college, I wouldn't be like trying to push her to go. College was where a lot of y'all chicks go get indoctrinated and even more so programmed than what y'all already are. Right? And I'm not saying that college can't be a good thing. It can be, but for the most part, it's not. Right? It's just not. Just programming. Right? It's the difference between being educated and being learned. You feel me? Big difference. Right? Let's go.
Because y'all are not calling out this. Y'all not saying, hey, well, let me look you up. I can't find. Didn't they say Cam Newton did this? And then they had some issues because he did that. But why is it that people don't want to call people to the forefront and hold them accountable. Why is that? You know, you wouldn't be happy if you went to a doctor, somebody you thought was a doctor for help or whatever, and they turned out that they were fraudulent. You would be trying to sue. You wouldn't be okay with that because you know that that is a risk to your livelihood or your family lives or whoever's involved. So why is it acceptable when it comes to somebody that y'all make popular? I don't, child, it is what it is, child, but that's just my take. Let's continue.
In this case, the person you're about to hear from is unlicensed. I'm going to break down why that matters and why this particular message is harmful.
Binded by BBS, the Behavior Board Science Rules and Regulations and Ethics.
Okay, pause. So I decided to look up BBS, which is a California Board of Licensures, and to put in Dr. Cheyenne Bryant's information to see if, in fact, she is licensed in California. And one thing I want you guys to know is that once you do give up your license or is revoked, you still have a license number on there. It'll just say it's inactive. And guess what? She's not listed on there. I don't care what nobody says. This woman's harmful. Please stop listening to her advice and let's continue listening.
I think one of the reasons why a lot of individuals will say it's not that deep or state that it's just entertainment is because, one, you think mental health in psychology is just folk wisdom, and it's not. It's a science. And two, you guys are very insulated from the field that you claim to be discussing because you don't work in that field and you haven't in quite some time. But as someone who walks into the offices and sees the clients and goes to the talks and does the community programs, we are struggling. And these little entertainment only pieces that are spreading misinformation, you're doing more harm for the Black community than you know. And the reason why you don't know is because you're so insulated from the Black community. You just sit in front of these mics and you make all these money and you do all these Patreons and you wear these crazy hats and you do all that. But I would actually say I don't see these kind of places as pro-Black. I don't.
I do agree with her. I think that that's a big problem. And I think when you in social media and all of this stuff where people are capitalizing on it, that's all that matters. And I think the people that patronize these folks, they don't care. They don't care about the real work that the real therapists are doing. They only care about the people that are sensationalized and the ones who are, sounding good to them. And they eat it up and they don't care. But, once again, this goes back to how this is detrimental to the Black community, because there are a lot of people who are not benefiting from real help. And while you have somebody who's saying that they are a therapist and all of these things, or licensed therapists, or who's lying, it's not helpful. And then you have people out here who are doing the actual work, who are not being put on Front Street, or people who are not being acknowledged or being made aware of the resources and the things that they contribute to the actual community. I think to me, I think that's one of the things that's not good, because the one who's out here perpetrating as a doctor and all of this is benefiting the most, when the people who are actually doing the work should benefit from it. You know what I mean? And then the people who this person is treating, they're not probably getting the best outcomes they should, because she's not really who she says she is according to herself. She's saying she doesn't have a license, but she's said it in the past. And now people are trying to find a way some people are trying to find a way to make excuses for her, to say, oh my God, how do y'all know? Because they look it up. Any doctor that you're looking for, you can pull it up. Yeah, this is public information. So if you have a license, it can be pulled up easily. 5 minutes and you can pull the person up, when she can never be pulled up. Her and Dr. Umar, you cannot pull their licenses up. You cannot pull up their certificate, whatever they have. You can't pull it up. So, but people are still going to find a way to still support her. Still, she's making money off of these people and they don't care. They're going to still try to say, oh, well, whatever, and still support her instead of supporting the people who are actually really putting in the work. That's my thoughts on it. And I think it is a problem. And we see this happen all the time. But then be the main ones want to complain about somebody taking advantage of the community and doing all this, but y'all don't do yourselves any justice. You don't help yourself. You be so ready to jump in as soon as somebody sound good and saying the things that you like and they look a certain way. Y'all jump in and then y'all get scammed, and then you don't want to even admit that you got scammed. So how many times y'all gonna keep getting got until you realize that you need to investigate these people and dig a little bit deeper to see if these people are legit? Let's continue.
I just had a conversation with somebody on Threads who posted this. Cheyenne Bryant never referred to herself as a therapist. So I then posted the receipts of her actually presenting herself as a therapist. This is something that is posted on her highlights right now, where she posted an article written by someone at NBC where they referred to her as a marriage and family therapist. This is posted on her page. When I showed this to the woman on Threads, her response was this, essentially saying that that's an article saying that she was a therapist. That's not her saying that she's a therapist. If she reposted an article that was written by her, calling her a therapist, that is her intentionally spreading misinformation. And when it comes to these small publications, everyone knows that you can write in or pay to have an article written about you. And even if that wasn't the case with this particular article, they did not just claim that she was a marriage and family therapist out of nowhere. They got that information from her. I also mentioned the fact that there is a video out there where, while telling a story of a past client, she said these words.
It's so bad. It was like my first year being a therapist.
The girl was still going back and forth with me, debating on whether a license is needed to practice in the mental health field. Just don't understand why so many people think that this is okay. Right. If there was a person pretending to be a medical doctor, doing surgeries, seeing patients, treating patients, but did not have a license or the degree required to be a medical doctor, I feel like people will understand a little bit more. There is no way that anyone would allow a surgeon to perform surgery on them or anybody they love if the surgeon said that they're not licensed and licensing is not important. And let's just call a thing a thing. The only reason why y'all are defending her, the only reason why y'all are arguing back and forth online with actual professional therapists, with people who have earned not only the degrees, but the license to practice therapy, is because of how she look. The way that people are arguing and defending this woman is the same how people argue and defend the president of the United States, even though it's been proven that he is not qualified to do the job that he's doing. I get that y'all like her.
Let me speak on that real quick. And now I'm not even going to spend too much time on this, but see, now that's where she's wrong, right? And I know a lot of y'all probably don't understand. Y'all don't get it. And I'm not going to get into why, because it's various reasons why. And I don't feel the need to get in depth about that because some people, not that I care, but y'all going to get offended, right? And since it's not my aim or goal to intentionally really offend people when I don't really need to, I'm not going to, right? But actually, Donald Trump is overqualified for the position. And to even be more honest, he's doing an awesome freaking job, right? Now, it's up to you to be able to understand and figure out why he's doing a great job, right? And understand what I mean when I say he's doing a great job, right? Instead of getting all of your feelings and you don't even understand the situation. Donald Trump is exactly where he's at and where he's supposed to be. He's in the exact position he's supposed to be in. And if you don't have the sight, which most of y'all don't, or the critical thinking ability to understand that, then, you know, choose to feel however you want to feel, right? It's on you. And I'm not a supporter of Donald Trump at all. I didn't vote for him, ain't going to vote for him, would never vote for him or any other of these people. I don't vote. I've never voted. So no, you can't hit me with that. I'm just wise enough to know who Donald Trump is, why he's in the position he is, and out of all of that, understand that he's actually the perfect person for the job right now. Right? So, you know, argue with your mom about that, you know. A lot of y'all chicks be speaking on politics and y'all don't be knowing what the hell y'all talking about. Just like a person who's licensed to, you know what I'm saying, sit up there and talk about, you know, mental health stuff, you know, from a professional stance as far as, you know, being able to prescribe medicine and diagnose mental health disorders. You know, you got to be ganged up when it comes to speaking on these politics. You got to understand what's actually going on. And if you don't, which most of y'all don't, you know, I'm not saying you can't speak on politics. You just probably shouldn't, right? Because you're going to always not know what you're talking about, all right? You don't even understand what the plan is. You don't understand what the game is all about, all right? You don't understand that Trump is supposed to be in the position he is in right now, right? A lot of y'all don't understand that, right? Let's go.
I get that she is pretty. I get that the body is tea. But we have to be...
Lyin is a nice looking broad. I got to give her that. To be a 40, she is a nice looking broad. I will give her that. I ain't no hater. But like Corey said, she a bust down. Not only that, she like box. She like box. What's up with y'all pretty girls liking box, man? What's up with that, man? The Jezebel spirit runs rampant. See, Cheyenne is just proof of how rampant the Jezebel spirit is amongst a lot of y'all black chicks, man. Let's go, man.
So
just lying, you know, just sitting up there lying. I'm a doctor, I'm a therapist. Girl, shut up. Only goofy ass broads that's like you and look up to you like, oh, look at Cheyenne. She got this and this and that, and she's on the housewives of this, and she's on the judges of this, the doctors, and all this crazy stuff. She with Uma Arts. She with Cam Newton and Nick Cannon. All lame ass, goofy ass, cornball ass niggas that have the most horrible relationships publicly with women that you could possibly think of. Look at Nick Cannon. Simp. Sucker. Love my brother Nick Cannon to death, though. But when I sit up there and watch that man try to sit up there and rationalize and explain why he got so many different chicks with kids, like, bro, you don't sit up there and knock it off. Corny ass nigga. And the one thing I respect about Nick Cannon is he know he a cornball. He know he a cornball. And he don't try to go. That's why I respect Nick Cannon, but I can't respect the man who just be so, you know what I'm saying, be so willing to spread itself so thin, though. Even though you got bread, though, man, that's still not a wise thing to do. It's cool if you have a whole bunch of kids by, you know, your wife. You understand what I'm saying, man? But have massive kids by massive different chicks, like, nah, man, that ain't it, man. I would rather deal with numerous children from one chick than multiple children from multiple chicks, man. I only got to deal with one attitude, man. Imagine having 7 kids by 7 different bras. That is wow. I couldn't even imagine that. Nick Cannon, man, you need to tighten up, man. Come soak up some of this game, man, because you clearly lacking in it, man. Let's go.
Nobody should be misrepresenting themselves as a therapist. Nobody should be calling themselves a doctor in a professional setting if their doctorate is an honorary degree. Nobody should be seeing clients or having sessions if they are not licensed or have the education to do so. I don't even know why this is up for debate. Y'all tripping.
I'm with baby girl right
Hey,
there.
y'all. I am Dr. Nicole K. Mack. I am a licensed clinical psychologist. And yes, I have more thoughts on this topic. Number one, this is the same person who got...
Shout out to all our FBA sisters shutting this down, man. Shout out to y'all, man.
On social media. And I want to say in interviews, podcasts, whatever, and talked about who was in her DMs asking for therapy. And I'm pretty sure she said she worked with the person providing therapy. But she gave his name. She's also the same person that said, my client wrote the intro to my book. Here is the thing. When you are in a therapeutic relationship, it is a protected relationship. Your information, the content of your sessions, the identifying information is all...
Even the psychologists and psychiatrists, they got to stick to, if they practice medicine and they're going to be prescribing people, and they're going to sit up there diagnosing, they have to stick to the HIPAA code. They got to stick to the Hippocratic Oath, man. Client, physician privilege, man. I'm telling you, man. They can't be just sitting up there divulging your medical history with other people outside of you and, you know, the proper authorities. Come on now, y'all, man. Like you said, you wouldn't let somebody who was not licensed. I don't know. Some of y'all girls who got them box BBLs then clearly let somebody who was not licensed cut and sew on y'all's dumbasses. Literally. Get in the gym, man. We got so much respect for y'all women as men, right? We got so much more respect for y'all who sit up there and put that work in and sit up there and change your diet and sit up there and get y'all's asses in that goddamn gym and sit up there and dedicate a year of your life to getting your health and your physical right. Because most of y'all black women are beautiful, man. Y'all just need to fucking lose some weight. And instead of doing the work, another example of the indoctrination, quick fix, instant gratification. I remember back in the day when I was growing up, man, chicks had fat asses and there was no surgeries going on. The most a chick probably got is a boob job, and that's only if she was messing with a rich dope boy nigga. Right? And that was that was very rare. Damn near non-existence in some places probably. Right? And chicks was just as thick as they is now back in the day. Maybe a little less. Right? And the only reason why I say that because we ain't had so much processed food back when we was kids, for real, for real. Even when we went to school, they still gave us real food up until like middle school. I don't know, did that change when I came to Ohio? Because when I was in Georgia, man, they had them ladies in there making us straight real food, man. I remember that when I was a young mustache. You did. Smash that like look who else is gonna play. We got real FBA women doctors coming up on here, licensed up, certed up, and they just shutting this Lyin, Cheyenne Bryant. I ain't even calling her no doctor. My name is Lyin, Cheyenne Bryant.
That is why we have HIPAA. That is why
I just told y'all about the Hippocratic. Oh, y'all know who Hippocrates is? Ooh.
There are guidelines. That is why it is a requirement of professionals being licensed. If there is a violation of any of your rights as a client and your provider is not licensed, who do you report them or that violation to? At some point, we have to recognize that although people have the platform, although they may have a chain that says doc, although they present themselves as experts, at some point, depending on how you present yourself, what you're doing could be causing more harm to the field than helping people within the field.
Hello, hi, good evening. Now, I put a shirt on just so I could go on this little rant real quick. But don't let that lady, Dr. Chanel, nope, that ain't right. Cheyenne Bryant fool y'all. She's a glorified life coach because there are very few far between people. I would go so far as to say none, but I'm gonna scale it back and say very few and far between people in the mental health field who opt not to obtain licensure. Hear me good when I tell you that. You know why? Because licensure is where your independence lies. Licensure is where upward mobility lies. Licensure is where you can do what you want to do without oversight of a supervisor. The only thing that you have, the only people that you have to report to when you are licensed is the board in which you are under. So for me, it would be the Board of Social Work. Very few and far between people who opt not to obtain licensure. And let me tell you something. The only reason that she may not have licensure, I don't know all the reasons, but I could think of a few of them off the top of my head. Number one.
I mean, it's not too hard to, you know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. Like I said earlier, what's the only reason somebody would not want to get their license? Just think about why would somebody not care about getting their license to drive a car? A person who doesn't have a license but still drives a car wants to get their car in your name because they can't get it in their name. So just think about it like that. Are you about to get a car in your name for somebody who don't got a license? Y'all girls still doing that shit out there? I thought that was some shit when I was a young mustache, man. Chicks still doing that? Yeah. I mean, y'all letting homosexuals stay with y'all. So I wouldn't be surprised. Let me find out y'all girls out there putting cars in y'all names for dudes who ain't got no license. You running around with pistols in the car, dope. Other chicks. Oh, man, y'all stupid, man. Let's go, man.
My girl couldn't pass that test. And that's okay. That's okay. Because I took the test. I took the test 3 times before I passed. I passed on my 3rd try. Okay, so we've all been there. Me included. Another reason she may not have licensure is because when she applied for her residency through the board, they said, baby, you got to go back and take these courses right here because you didn't meet the qualifications in order to obtain license eligibility status. So you got to go back and take these courses. And she said, I'm not finna do all that. I don't want to do all that.
So in order for you to be able to even listen here, to be able to even get to the point where you can even get your license, you got to already meet certain requirements, certain completions, certain, you might need a couple more courses, man. Does she look like the broad that just said what she just said too? Cheyenne look like the type of broad that be like, I ain't about to do all that. I ain't got to do all that. I'm popping on social media. I'm popping on Facebook. I'm popping on Instagram, YouTube, and blah, 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 blah. And y'all goofy ass bras just sitting up there listening to this broad and following her like so many minions. Project Leroy in the building. What's happening, man? Nah, real stuff. Real talk, though. Project Leroy. Like so many minions. You know what I'm saying? You might as well play the Star Wars music for him, man. Just the goofy leading the goofy. I'm just saying, man. If y'all think that we ain't gonna say nothing about this, y'all think we ain't supposed to be saying something about this, something wrong with y'all, man. How long y'all think real one's about to sit back here and just let this stuff go and check all these goofy ass dudes who trying to get bots from y'all or trying to get y'all to follow their YouTube page so y'all can spend y'all money like how y'all goofy asses be doing? You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna say nothing to y'all. They're gonna keep calling y'all queens and stuff like that. Talk about everything except stuff like this. So shout out to all these sisters coming online, sitting up here putting the fire to the ass of Lyin, Cheyenne Bryant's non-doctor, unlicensed, uncertified ass. And y'all sitting up here listening to, she ain't qualified to tell you nothing. She qualified to bust that goddamn thing open, though. That's what she qualified to do. Because see, at the end of the day, when you ain't a woman who actually is willing to put in that work to get your license, your certs, your degrees, like this sister in the previous 3, 2, right? Then you're going to be forced to sit up there and use what you got to get what you want. And a lot of y'all chicks seem to be okay with doing that. Right? Let me tell you something, ladies. When it comes to using your sexuality for financial gain, there's going to come a point where you're going to have to use that box. Listen to what I'm telling you. Right? Weaponizing your sexuality is only going to go so long and so far before you have to end up doing something strange, is what I'm telling you, ladies, man. Right? Oh, trust me, I know. I know this very well, right? It's going to come a point in time when weaponizing and monetizing your sexuality in whatever way that you can do that. Doesn't always have to be physical. Doesn't have to be intercourse or any of that. But always understand at some point, once you start monetizing your sexuality, commoditizing your sexuality, it's going to come a point of time, ladies, and I'm going to come up. It's going to come a point of time you're going to have to come up off that pussy, which a lot of y'all ain't really got no problem with doing. Right? So, you know, just say what it is. Yeah, I want to talk about that, huh?
And so she said, never mind, I'm just not going to be licensed. I'm just going to have a doctorate and be a life coach. Another reason, because I think at one point she said she don't have licensure anymore. There may have been an ethical situation that she had going on and she lost licensure for a little bit. Her license was suspended for a little bit. Or maybe she opted not to renew her license because let me tell you something, it is capitalism.
But wouldn't the license still show up though? And it would show as
active.
You know, whatever it is, it will still show up. When people look her up, there's nothing.
Nothing.
There's no license number, there's no doctrine, there's no nothing. There's nothing.
Suspended.
So even if her license were suspended or revoked, it would show revoked or suspended. But there's nothing comes up at all. That's just strange. Let's continue.
You got to pay every year to renew these licenses, baby. Right. You have to get your CEUs and you have to pay the money. And on June 30th is when that money is due every year. Oh, I got to remember that because I got to pay my own. I got to renew my license. But anyway, if you are a mental health professional, I want you to tell me some other reasons down in the comments. If you are a licensed mental health professional, I want you to tell me down in the comments why you believe, well, what some other reasons you think is she don't have licensure or she don't have it no more or she never got it in the first place. But those are the reasons that I can think of on top of my head as I'm going through this rant right here. Okay, and let me tell you something. The reason that a lot of people don't want to build insurance is because it is hell on high water sometimes to build through insurances when you're doing it on your own. If you are not under a group practice or you don't have other platforms that go through the credentialing process and the insurance payouts for you, it is hell on high water. But the reason that she doesn't build through insurance is because she quite literally cannot. You can only build through insurance when you are licensed. Honey, there we go. Back to that license.
Yeah, and and once again, this just shows, she was not telling the truth. She was not accurate and honest about her credentials. That's what Corey Holcomb said. I've heard Tasha K say it, and other people have said it as well. And now she's saying, oh, she's no longer licensed. So I'm wondering what made her say that now. Maybe somebody was going to come out and say, hey, she doesn't. But people already been saying that. And now she basically exposed herself. And then now that she's exposed herself, people are still in denial, like wondering what? She's not.
I just dropped the link in the chat. Anybody want to come up? Your time is now. You can come on up and you can spit your game, talk your ish, spit your game, talk your ish. You feel me? Add to the conversation, ask me a question, bring up something we ain't brought up, or something that's we're not privy to, or a new perspective, or whatever, man. Everybody's welcome. You're all welcome. You're all welcome.
And they're trying to find a way to make it right. You know what I mean? Or to say, justify, the fact that it's not what you thought. And they're just still trying to find ways to excuse that. That's crazy to me, child. But I know, again, I think anything that you're trying to do, especially when it deals with people, mental health, psychology, any type of fields where you have to really know what you're doing, and then you have to diagnose people and do all these things. You need to have your license, whatever is required. You need to have. You can't just be walking around here just.
You need to be able to be held accountable. Is what it comes down to, y'all. You need to be able to be held accountable for malpractice of any kind or of any sort. Right? You need to be able to be held accountable. If you malpractice on me, if you, like I say, man, I'm suffering from schizophrenia, and I'm coming to see you because I seen you on somebody's platform or your YouTube pro, whatever the situation may be. And I'm like, you know what? I really like her, man. I think she can help me. I'm going to get in contact with her. I'm going to go to her website, and I'll pay whatever you charging for a consultation fee. Right? And as a result of that, whatever happens out of our interaction, you know, and I go and blow my brains out or blow somebody else's brains out. You need to be held accountable for, you know what I'm saying, seeing me, you know, giving me advice, medical advice on my mental health situation, but not properly being able to help me in the way I need to be helped. Man, y'all better understand the repercussions from that. Y'all better understand the severity of stuff like that, man. Understand the severity of driving around in a car without a license. You understand if you was to get into a situation where you got pulled over by the police without a license, it is a wrap. They're not going to let you go. Or at least with the car anyway. Right? If you get caught driving a car without a license, a valid driver license, they're going to confiscate that car anywhere in America. There's no way they're going to let you drive off the scene and you do not have a driver's license. Right? Some cases you might go to jail for that. Right? They might take you to jail for driving without no license in some states, man. So you know what I'm saying? Think about how severe that is.
Faking that and then taking money from people, just talking to them in a way that you know, making them think that they're getting something that they're really not. That's just crazy. It's really crazy when you think about it, you know.
Wow,
and you don't want somebody doing that to your family members, but it's okay. Just go ahead and practice on people without a license, and you don't really have these degrees or whatever is alleged out there. Like, come on, you can't find anything on her. And that's insane to me. But anyway, listen, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell to be notified when I upload new.
That is wild though, man. Shout out to DD, man. You feel me? That's wild, man. You know, the link is in the chat. I think I'll drop the link. Yeah, the link is in the chat. You know, we got 18 minutes left in the show. If anybody want to come up, y'all can sit up here and come up and spit your game, talk your ish. You did. Shout out to DD. Go subscribe to her, y'all. Dope assessment, dope breakdown of the situation. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. So you know I gotta tap in with my baby.
Wow. Thank you, Clear Choice. I got my.
What if what she.
Looking for a new business? Buy and operate your own.
I've been in private practice as a doctor of psychology for 17 years.
Having a doctor does not mean someone is a licensed mental health professional.
When somebody say Dr. Bryant, it irks me. Where is she a doctor at?
When I got my doctorate, I transitioned to a psychology expert, a life coach, so that my hands won't tie behind my back.
When someone celebrates being free from ethical oversight, I want you to think of that as a red flag.
That is a huge red flag, man. That's a huge red flag. It's like y'all chicks, if y'all heard that, that just went over y'all's head, that's crazy, man. I be feeling sorry for these kids. Man. I really do, man. These kids is being raised by y'all chicks, man, who have this mentality and raising kids by yourself. I feel sorry for them children, man. I really do, man. I really, really do, man. Because this, wow, man. This is insane. You hear me? And only real rational, critical people who understand reality, man, understand how freaking wild this is, man. Like, just imagine, man. Oh yeah, I don't got no license because I didn't want to be restricted. Like, what? You didn't want to be restricted, huh? TV. I love that right there. That's what I said, man. Shout out to
I've been in private practice.
I ain't going front. Cheyenne is a nice looking broad, though.
Doctor of psychology.
I ain't gonna lie, she's a nice looking broad, man. You know, I ain't no hater. Cheyenne can definitely get it for sure. You know, she need to just shut up, man. You know, She probably better off if she was doing OnlyFans or, you know, being a content creator on YouTube and just telling you goofy ass niggas what y'all want to hear. Y'all be tearing Cheyenne Bryan off. Y'all be making it digitally rain on her with y'all's wants. You niggas watching in the clouds. Y'all, if Cheyenne Bryan had a YouTube page and was sitting up here telling y'all dudes what y'all want to hear, y'all would be making it rain on her. Digital thunderstorms. Right? Right? Virtual rainstorms. Goofy ass niggas, man.
For 17 years.
Having a doctor does not mean someone is a licensed mental health professional.
When somebody say Dr. Bryant, it irks me. Where is she a doctor at?
When I got my doctorate, I transitioned to a psychology expert, a life coach, so that my hands wouldn't be tied behind my back.
When someone celebrates being free from ethical oversight, I want you to think of that as a red flag.
River TV. What's up, guys? It's your girl River, and I'm back again with.
My girl River fine as hell, man. I ain't gonna lie, Cheyenne is a nice looking broad, though, man. To be, you know, she, you know, I ain't gonna say to be 40, man, because 40 is not really old. You know what I'm saying? You're not old when you're 40. You know what I'm saying?
Another video. Cheyenne Bryan is going viral again. Okay, and this time it is because a licensed therapist is calling her out for a lot of her behavior in a recent conversation that she had when she was on the Joe Budden podcast.
No longer practice under a license.
Now, you know, at the forefront of this conversation, the number one person who been walking around saying that this lady is not a doctor is obviously Corey Holcomb.
When somebody say Dr. Bryant, it irks me. Where is she a doctor at? Because I've done the research. I don't see doctor nowhere.
He said it a multitude of times, especially when he was on the Cam Newton podcast. And so we're going to go ahead and dive into this, right? So this is somebody who would be considered her peer, somebody who is in the same exact field. And she is going viral for her breakdown of basically calling Dr. Cheyenne Bryan out. So I'm going to go ahead and press play, pause, play, and give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, and my opinion on this entire situation.
No longer practice under a license. Right now I'm in private practice, I'm saying. And that's what people don't understand, right? So just to educate some folks a little.
Hello, my name is Dr. Recca Martin. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, professor of sciences, and podcast host who specializes in Black health and well-being. And I want to break down a clip from the Joe Budden podcast featuring someone who presents herself as Dr. Cheyenne Bryan. But before we dive in, I want to make something incredibly clear. Having a doctor does not mean someone is a licensed mental health professional. You can have a doctorate in literature and be unlicensed, and you are still a doctor. You can have a doctorate in education and hold an LPC, being a licensed professional counselor, and you are a licensed mental health professional, and you are still a doctor, but your doctorate is not in psychology. When evaluating anyone's credentials, it's really critical to look at two things: what their doctorate is actually in, and whether they hold a relevant clinical license. In this case, the person you're about to hear from is unlicensed. I'm going to break down why that matters and why this particular message is harmful, especially to the Black community that she claims to be serving and that I actually serve.
Hold on a second now.
Talk to him, River.
To the Black people, to the Black community that she claims to be serving and the one that I actually serve. Okay, first of all, first read. Okay, second of all, the second read is this woman who presents herself as a doctor. Okay, she presents herself as Dr. Cheyenne Bryan. And before we dive into it, because I'm sure that she's going to give us a lot of information and knowledge, but it's very important that she's talking about this because, you know, if I say it or if somebody else says it or people who, you know, have called out this behavior, it's like, oh, you know, y'all don't know all the, you know, the details that goes into it. So having this woman who is actually in the field bring clarity to this situation is extremely and vitally important.
If you ever wanted to start your own clothing brand, but you didn't want to buy,
a license is really only needed so you can bill insurance.
That is incredibly misleading. Yes, you do need a license to bill insurance, but that is not why licensure exists. Licensure protects you. It means I have completed specific education and supervised clinical hours, passed rigorous exams, and I'm accountable to a regulatory board. If I breach confidentiality, if I cross ethical boundaries or harm you, you have somewhere to file a complaint and be sure that I'm held accountable. A license is not paperwork just for billing. It's a consumer protection. When someone drops or loses or no longer has a license, they're not solely avoiding the insurance hassle. They're also removing your recourse if something goes terribly wrong.
That's very important. And I think that
I've been
we
saying all night,
pretty
man.
much pay attention to that literally in every other field, right? Like if you're going to a hairstylist or somebody who's unlicensed, you understand like, oh, this is a very big risk because if something goes wrong, who can I complain to, right? But something as extremely important as your mental health, right? Mental health advice, therapy, or you know, stuff like that. You would want for them to have to be held accountable to a certain standard if they are giving you advice or if something is going wrong or if they're breaching contracts, whatever the conversation is.
Not binded by BBS, the behavior board science rules and regulations and ethics. And so it just opened up a whole nother, you know, floor in industry for me.
And she's also saying this like it's a good thing. I want to state something really important. Ethics codes exist to protect you from exploitation and boundary violation and providers practicing outside of their competence. When someone celebrates being free from ethical oversight, I want you to think of that as a red flag, a flashing one. It's a warning sign because those rules exist because real harm happens.
That's like you go to a doctor and they're like, oh yeah, you know, I'm free from the board so I can do whatever I want to. Like, you know, like there's so many stories that we hear, even like fatalities and stuff like that when it comes to certain women going for plastic surgery. And it's like, this person is not like registered. This person does not have this, you know, these people that that they have to answer to or whatever the case is. And, you know, things can go under the wayside, right? And so it doesn't mean that they are more or less qualified when not operating without the license. However, if there is problems that arise, they have to have somebody to answer to. That's very important.
When they're not in place. So celebrating that you don't have to be accountable to that should be concerning to you.
As a therapist, two things: you can obviously make what you deserve because therapy is real. We're giving everything we have in there, and we're unpacking shit, and we're helping you process through things. So it's not us sitting there with your an effective therapist saying, "Tell me more." You should be unpacking.
Hold on, shout out to OG and shout out to Dan Patrick, man. Listen, man, River bad, ain't she, man? I'll be honest with y'all, right? I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? The reason why I like River so much, and it's not just because how she look. River is a smart girl. You know what I'm saying? She's very feminine, very demure, as y'all say nowadays, or was saying at one point in time. I wouldn't mind my daughter, my 17-year-old daughter, Jen. I would not mind if Jen listened to River's content. Right? And I can tell River is a very reserved chick, right? Outside of all of that, River looks just like a chick I used to mess with back in the day. I mean, she looked just like her. Crazy how much River looked like this girl. I ain't gonna say her name, but she looked just like her, man. And that's one of the main reasons why I like her. Not the main reason, it's one of the main reasons why I like River. Because she reminded me of a chick who I used to mess with before I went into the joint for the bid I just did. She's a cool chick, you feel me? But River is a smart girl, man. I wouldn't mind if my daughter listened to River's content. And I always tell y'all, I judge female content creators off if I would be okay if my 17-year-old daughter was listening to her content. And I wouldn't be mad at all if Jen listened to River's content. Not at all. Wouldn't be mad at all. That's what's up. That's the type of female you need to be listening to. You did. Let's go. Supporting France, she definitely looks better than Cheyenne. Her body might not be as far. I don't know. I never really seen what River looked like with that frame, though. River probably got that little Erykah Badu body on her, though. You feel me? Yeah. And River on River is on big code. You hear me? And I want y'all women to understand something when it comes to, y'all could take a note out of chicks like River, chicks like, I would even say the nigga to an extent. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to remember baby girl from Demetra from Phil Scott's. I'm talking about the mind frame. I'm not necessarily talking about the looks. I'm talking about the mind frame. You feel me? Yeah, man. You did. River short. She looked like she a little short broad. You know what I'm saying? Cheyenne ain't tall either. Cheyenne and River probably got the same type of box, the same type of frame. Except River looked like she a little bit more slim and trim, man. River looked like she a little slim goody. You know what I'm talking about? Like how baby girl was what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Little slim goody. You ever had y'all one of them slim goodies? Hey, fellas, you feel me? Fellas in the chat, tapping in. Put a number 11 in the comment section if you ever had you a nice slim goodie. Before I'm talking about a little slim thick, you know, a little slim thick, you know, nice little, you know, I'm talking about. Yeah, you can tell River I know River probably built just like how a girl who I'm talking about, man. I could tell that she looked just like her, man. It's crazy how much she looked like this girl I'm talking about. I remember when I first seen River's content, I said, damn, she looked like baby girl. And that ain't no weave in River's hair. That's River's hair. You hear me? Yeah, we ain't gonna purple on Cheyenne like Cheyenne ain't nice. Cheyenne is a nice looking broad. You hear me? Real nice. I'm not no hater, right? Cheyenne is a nice looking. That nigga Project Leroy put a one. Yeah, River cold though, man. Let's go.
Be able to take somebody and drive with them to their goal.
And here's another thing.
And the one thing I don't like about Cheyenne is she tried too hard to sound smart. And when she talked, she just be sounding stupid as hell. Ladies, man, listen to me, man. Less is more. Less is more. Be quiet. Don't say nothing. Let us ask all the questions. Don't say nothing. Right? Right? That's some advice for y'all ladies, man.
She keeps calling herself a therapist, and in most states, that's actually illegal without a license. You cannot legally use the title therapist or provide psychotherapy without licensure.
Can I be the one to say it? Can I be the one to say it? Right, wrong, or indifferent, up, down, left, or right. If we're gonna have this conversation, okay, let's take everything else off the table.
Where's she a doctor at? Because I've done the research.
Here we have somebody in the same field, okay, that is saying her walking around calling herself a therapist is illegal because it's basically like she's impersonating a therapist since she is not working under a license.
That's like when Tony Yayo went to the Fed joint for perping like he was a goddamn what was it, a customs agent? Tony Yayo went to the Fed joint for impersonating a customs agent, man. What makes you what you think gonna happen to you if you impersonating a doctor? Man, y'all better tighten up out there, ladies, man. This ain't no damn joke or no game, man.
We got to tell the truth now. Hold on a second. We got to clarify. That's a big deal. That's a problem.
What she's describing now is coaching, and coaching and therapy are fundamentally different. Coaches help with goals and accountability. Therapists are trained to diagnose and treat mental health conditions, trauma and depression and suicidality and psychosis. If someone with
See what I told y'all? Shout out to this sister right here, a real actual doctor. Shout out to this sister right here, man. I like her, man. You hear me? Just for shutting this down. What did I tell y'all earlier? What did I tell y'all earlier? And I'm not a doctor. People is mentally disturbed out here nowadays, man. It's a lot of mentally disturbed people in these YouTube streets, in these social media, what I call social engineering streets. It's people who follow these people. It's people who watch Cheyenne Bryant on these platforms and go to her website and say, hey, I want to get some help from you for whatever. I got this going on, man. And not even qualified to even talk to them, let alone tell them anything as far as what's wrong with them. And y'all sit up here and watch her go on Nick Cannon and Shannon Sharp and Uncle Shay Shay and all these other guys. The first guys I named, all corny dudes who have terrible public relationships, displaying their experiences with women that is just not even good at all. The worst type of guys. I mean, look at Shannon Sharp and what he just went through with his trick, lame ass. Look at Nick Cannon. Got 1,000 baby mamas. Look at Cam Newton. Cornball. Dope as hell on that football field. He should be playing football right now. But instead, he doing what he doing, showing and displaying his cornball, lame assness every day on his show. Shout out to the brother for his success, though. Right? Cam Newton, I love my brother Cam Newton, man. He should be in the league right now. Cam should be on somebody's football team throwing that football, man. But instead, he just displaying his cornball lameness every day. And while he's in the situation he is with all them baby mamas, publicly, goofy ass nigga, man. I told y'all sports niggas be the corniest, lamest niggas, man. Oh yeah, Joe Budden too. She went on. She said all this goofy stuff on Joe Budden's podcast. Another lame ass, dope fiend ass nigga. Shout out to the brother having all his success. He was able to transcend his very lackluster rap career, right? And he was able to transcend that into this new era and make a very lucrative situation for himself. I'm not knocking that. I'm all for that. I got respect to Joe Budden for that. But goddamn, that don't mean he ain't no cornball, lame ass, goofy dude when it comes to chicks. I mean, look at his public experience that we know about. So like I say, man, you got to really question who you listening to, man. You got to really do your due diligence. That's why I always tell y'all, do y'all's due diligence, even with me, right? Y'all be sitting up here listening to these people online. These people know what the hell they talking about. They ain't from the turf like how we is. I mean, they from where we from, but they so far removed where we from that they can't really relate to us. They live in this new social media, new age world where you could just dream up a persona and go online and say you're a doctor and say you're a professional. You ain't got to prove it to nobody just because you might look a certain way or present yourself in a certain way, right? And due to the level of, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to basically say not good critical thinking, deductive reasoning, process of elimination, dot connecting skills that is just like removed from human psyche nowadays. People can't tell the difference between the real and the fake, the fraudulent and the fortified. You understand what I'm saying? The fake tends to be what's popular nowadays. Y'all think about that, man. Think about how that represents us as a society when the fake and the fraudulent is being defended and protected. And while the real doctors, the real ones who sit up here and try to put y'all up on game, we get shunned and all that. And get called sassy and get called all type of conspiracy theorists and shit like that. And I accept it gladly, right? Let's go, man.
Bipolar disorder or PTSD thinks they're getting therapy from a coach, they're going to be seriously harmed. These are actual conditions that go undiagnosed and untreated, especially within the Black community.
When I got my doctorate, I transitioned to a psychology expert, a life coach, so that my hands wouldn't be tied behind my back. Because when I was a therapist, working for a nonprofit under a license, there's so many things that you cannot do based on ethics and law.
Now, I'm going to be real. Like, there are some things, and I've always said this on a continuous basis, there also are some things that she says that I absolutely do agree with, right? There are some conversations that she has that I agree with, but I just feel that coming from a stance of a medical professional, right, to be going so hard and calling people out and like trying to shame people for the behaviors that they're doing, I don't see how that, you know, exists in the world of creating a safe space to have conversations.
What is Neo to you, Dr. B? He's a womanizer. He's making these other women pay for the heartbreak that he caused to himself by saying, I want to be polyamorous. That's BS. You failed in your marriage. You're effed up, and that's the problem. Now you need to heal from that and not have these self-project your pain onto these women about your messed up decision making.
The same thing that she did when she kind of like outed the fact that Offset was in her DMs.
Offset came in my DMs.
To ask for a therapy session. Okay.
And
that's
See that right there, right? That right there is a violation as a licensed certified professional. If you, as a licensed certified professional, display to the public that I, as a whoever I may be, an Offset or whoever, you tell that to the public that I sought out your professional services, that is a violation of HIPAA, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am mistaken. I don't know. I would like to think that I'm not. It don't seem like that would be a legal thing to do. Like, would it be a legal thing if I wanted to get some type of medical attention and I sought out some way of going about making that happen, and the person who, the company, the corporation, the doctor who I got in contact with then made a post on Facebook like, hey, I just got a new client. His name is Virgil Berry. Do you think doctors is allowed to do that? They're not. Joe is a dope lyricist. He is. I wish he would put some music out, because he a goofy ass, simp ass, lame ass, horrible with bras ass dude. You can't trust a dude who ain't got good relationships with women.
I want to give him his
Hold
props.
on. Give it up for Offset looking for help.
I believe.
You know, give it up for Offset looking at help, talking with the fun boy. That ain't nobody's business. It's none of our business that Offset got in contact with her to seek out medical attention from her. That ain't our business. Definitely a private matter. I know it is. It's not our business that Offset got in contact with a so-called licensed certified medical professional for whatever services he may have needed or wanted from her. That ain't none of our business. Offset never mentioned it publicly, so it would be a violation. She doesn't have a license, so she can talk about it. Right. See how she can talk about it? Because she don't got a license. So she can talk about it. My Lord. You're like, who cares about anything what a fun boy has to say? Right? This is insane to me, man. A lot of y'all chicks who defending this broad I said, that's crazy right there. I'll be telling them all the time, Project Leroy, that's one of my mantras, man. That's one of my mottos. Do your due diligence. Because I do mine. I don't speak on things of which I do not know about. And if I speak on something I don't know about, what I always tell y'all, to my knowledge, I don't know, confirm or deny. Don't quote me on this. This is just my opinion. I know this ain't based on no facts. This is what I think. It could be argued. I do too, OG. Hey, for real. Hey, Cheyenne, if you happen to see this, baby girl, loved one, if you happen to see this, stop. Because I smell a lawsuit coming soon too, girl. It ain't going to be good. I'm telling you. Y'all see what happened to people who practice in any type of medical situation, any type of medical field, medical capacity without license publicly. Y'all see what happened to these people. I could pull up case after case right now. Man, listen here, man. We about to get up out of here, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. Listen, get your license, ladies. Don't follow the path of a doctor, non-doctor, no doctor at all. Matter of fact, just Cheyenne Bryant. We ain't gonna put doctor on the front of her name no more. She's just Lyin Cheyenne Bryant. Nobody should listen to her ever for any reason. Cheyenne, bust it open. That's what you need to do. Right? A lawsuit from somebody who she done told something to, and they went and blew their brains out potentially. Now, think about this, y'all, because I speak on stuff like this all the time. Think about when I talk to y'all about pre-crime. Huh? Did y'all hear what I just said? I said, think about when I talk to y'all about subjects I speak on like pre-crime. Try to expand your mind and think beyond just the base of what we're talking about with Cheyenne Bryant being the focal point of the show tonight. Think about the wider aspect. Yeah, anybody that listened to her willingly did it, and that's true, Monique, but her not having that licensure prevents them from holding her accountable if they follow any type of medical advice she gives them, and they being under whatever duress they may be due to the actual medical condition they may have, schizophrenia, psychopathy, dissociative identity disorder, manic depressant, and the various others, whatever situation could be, and they go and do something to harm themselves or someone else, she can't be held liable for it, right? And that might not always be at the fault of somebody who sought out her services. Because, like I said earlier, we got people running around in our society today interacting and engaging online who probably shouldn't be, and also people who are actually messed up mentally and emotionally. Now, I agree with you 100%. Now, anybody that listens to her, right? Anybody that listens to her after all of this information has been made public, that's on you. But listen here, Monique Robinson, listen here where the danger is for the community and also for Cheyenne as well. Now that this has been outed, if she was to continue what she was doing, this is why she's switching it up and saying she's a life coach and stuff now. Right? So anybody that listens to her now, that's just your choice to do, but understand the severity that when somebody is practicing without a license and giving people advice, medical advice, that they're not certified, licensed, or even qualified to some extent to even do. That is dangerous, That's very dangerous. I'm talking extremely dangerous. And for us to not talk about it, and realize for the danger it is, and also hold Cheyenne to whatever account she needs to be held to, that would be doing our community a disservice. I mean, and that's right. It could be a loophole, right? But seeing as how She has admitted on various platforms that she is a professional or was a professional at some point, you know. And I don't wish nothing like that on Cheyenne, right? If nobody has ever been hurt in any capacity as a result of any services they may have got from her, you know, I don't think she should be held accountable for nothing that she's not accountable for. But at the same time, I really think she should be held accountable, if at all, for anything she has already done that may be legally or lawfully accountable for her to be held to. I definitely will say that. But no, I don't want nothing bad to happen to her. I don't want her to get booked or nothing like that by the police. I don't want her to go to jail if ain't nobody been hurt or damaged as a result of her practicing without a license. But let this just be a warning to y'all when it comes to people like Lyin, Cheyenne, Bryant. Because there's lots of them out there. Umar one as well. Umar done been on hella platforms. He done got hella money from y'all from talking about opening up a school. Right? She said she was a professional. I don't know about all that, but, you know, possibly. Listen here, y'all. Just get your license, ladies, man. That's it. Just get your license. Shout out to River, man. We about to get up out of here, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening. I appreciate y'all coming out. It's a beautiful thing, you know what I'm talking about. Get your license, man. Stop listening to these bras online, ladies, man. Stop. Stop, man. They do not know what they're talking about. You know? They don't know what they're talking about. Man, y'all girls is terrible, man. For real, man. Y'all need to tighten up, man. You know?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on Social Engineering. We will be back tomorrow night, Friday night wrap up. You already know we're going to get straight to it. Ain't nothing to it to do it, and we're going to do it like we used to it. Hey, man, y'all chicks tighten up out there. We love y'all, man.
Ride with me. Tricky situation turned into a broken heart. Overthinking leadership, I'm trying to play my part. Shit be different nowadays, you gotta play it smart. Lit nigga, been 100 from the very start. Mona Lisa with the flow, your boy a work of art. Looking at your body, baby, you a work of art. You trying to bring light to what we doing in the dark. Stay away from madness, like the month of March. Queen in my eye, you the one I call too. When we first met, you would always come through. Rolling gas, now we chilling with a sky view. Squeezing on your titties with my head between your thighs too. Make it hot and steamy, firefighters gotta come through. Put your fire out, baby, that's what I'ma do. First class flights, I just wanna spoil you. Take you around the world, you the one I'm loyal to. Fuss and we fight, shit, it happens, it's life. YOLO, we don't get to do this shit twice. I suggest while we here, we make best of this shit. Stacking up money and booking more trips. Give you everything that the eye see. Pull the whip over, then we hit the back seat. About to make the windows fog, now we can't see. Ride with me, this is really how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Ride with me. Keep it G and just vibe with me. Cruise the city, getting litty, it's a vibe with me. Just ride with me, get live with me, yeah.
Ride with me, escalated style, baby, you can slide with me. We can roll up the windows, get high with me. Just ride with me, get live with me. Yeah, get high real quick, soar the skies with me. Put the wheels up, baby, just fly with me. And you told me one time you was dying in me. Always forgetting shit, you reminded me. All your girls like, damn, where you finding me? Other teams like, damn, are you signing me? Shorty had the lawyer up, she was finding me. Put the ladder up, baby, start climbing me. Love when you navigate, start guiding me. Giving great headshots, don't mind me. You be flipping your positions at a high degree. On top, from the back, and the side with me. We can fuss, cake up, hair, nails, makeup. Smoke, wake up, haircut, get a shape up. Now we in fly mode, riding down the side road. With the test of time, Nosh got a time code. Sick.
Ride with me, keep it G and just vibe with me. Cruise the city, getting litty, it's a vibe with me. Just ride with me, get live with me, yeah.
Ride with me, escalator style, baby, you can slide with me. We can roll up the windows, get high with me. Just ride with me, get live with me.